You know what? I am feeling grateful because the Spotify Wraps of 2024 have come out, and so many people shared that we were their number one show listened to, which is crazy because we only do this part-time of the year.
Yes, I love that though. Thank you.
Thank you.
Though, maybe you want to listen to something more educational.
Yeah, maybe, but for us to be at the top, it means a lot. And so I actually reached out. I have a contact at Spotify, and I reached out and I said, hey, we are looking for some information. Can you help us? And he said, no problem. I got your back. And I said, can you find Meri Brown's Spotify account? And so she didn't post this anywhere, but I got it. This is her 2024.
I thought you were serious.
I am being very serious right now.
It's like, a guy at Spotify?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I do. And he shared with me her whole Wrapped, but
okay.
I'm just going to go through her top 5 songs listened to in 2024.
Oh, songs. Okay, that we're going podcast.
Oh, actually, sorry. This is her 2023 Wrapped.
Okay.
I do apologize.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
2023.
Okay.
Number 5 was Driver's License by Olivia Rodrigo. Number 4, My Heart Will Go On, Celine Dion.
Okay.
Number 3, We Belong Together, Mariah Carey.
Okay.
Unfortunately, yes. Number 2, Irreplaceable by Beyonce.
Okay.
And number 1,
I already know it.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
Okay. Well, you have it wrong then. If this isn't it,
it's Since You've Been Gone, Kelly Clarkson. She played it 72 times on April 21st, 2023. Yes.
It's wrong.
No, it's not.
Fight Song by Rachel Platten. It's definitely number 1.
This is my fight song. That was actually her number 6.
Oh,
yeah.
No. That's her number 1. Okay.
Here's the thing. A lot of people are...
Maybe for 2024. Maybe I'm just a year off.
Okay. Yes. Because in 2023, she was still sulky.
Okay.
2024, for sure, Fight
Song was number 1. Okay.
Yeah. But Since You've Been Gone, she listened to it the entire drive from Flagstaff to Parowan on their anniversary.
Okay. 2024.
Yeah.
Number 1 was Rachel Platten Fight Song.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2 was Taylor Swift, We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together.
Yes. Oh, for sure. For sure. I mean, those are easy. I'll ask my guy at Spotify if he can verify that. But you know what? That's why this podcast is so good, because we go the extra mile.
Exactly. I thought that you were going to have her a podcast playlist.
Which I looked at that.
Mel Robbins is at the top.
Mel Robbins, Tony Robbins are at the top. And then I started Googling some female empowerment podcasts. Brene Brown. But I just was like, oh, I hate all of these. To listen to someone talk to me about how to be better, I'm not interested.
They're all kind of the same, right?
Yeah.
I mean, how much self-help can you listen to?
Well, you know who should start a podcast is Hillary. Hilare. Let's get real, REEL, with Hillary. I fucking there's no one I hate more right now in my life than Hillary.
I'm sure she has a podcast.
Oh, well.
Did you look her up?
Caitlin, let me say this right now.
Okay.
When an episode gives us nothing, because outside of the Meri, Andrea, and Hillary conversation, we really had nothing this episode. So when that happens,
it felt like an old episode of Sister Wives.
Yes.
Weren't you taken back? I was like, we just in our rewatch watched the Maddie wedding and all that. I'm like, this feels like it again. Like we're going dress shopping, we're getting the cake. Like
the PTSD I have though from hearing Bohemian Gypsy, and for them to say that when Christine tried on a dress, I was like, please God, we cannot have another Bohemian wedding.
Maddie did it. Christine can't do it. No. Sorry, Christine, pick a new theme.
Good God. But when these episodes happen where it's just real dry, like drier than Meri's hair, I feel the need to go the extra mile. And I dive into so many unimportant side characters this episode.
That's why we're here.
That's why we're here, So let's get into it.
Okay.
Season 19, episode 13, Give Up the Ghost. What was that about? Who was the ghost?
I have no idea. I didn't. Bonnie?
How dare you?
I just didn't see a ghost. She must have been lingering.
Yeah.
Lurking. She was at Lakai.
Okay, first of all, that reservation was only for 3, Bonnie. Okay, we did not. It's Lakai. It is.
I am not buying you salmon. Okay,
it is a very special place. We cannot just accommodate one extra person.
And Meri doesn't have the funds for a 4th meal because she was paying for her friends.
Oh yeah, no, this wasn't production. No, not at all.
They were like, no, we don't have the budget for that.
So we go to Lakai, and it's so funny because you know what I'm just remembering is actually 10 years ago, Cody and I
around
came
this
here.
time.
It was what was our anniversary, and I think I was wearing like a blue dress with black leggings
and a headband.
And we split a French 5 onion soup. We got the chocolate strawberries for dessert, sparkler candle. I think it's fuzzy.
It's really fuzzy, but I've watched the episode 1,800 times and I know exactly what we talked about. I just don't know if it was our anniversary.
She's so sad.
I love that she went on to remember the entire conversation, but she was like, I don't know if it was an anniversary dinner.
What was it? Well,
just like weird. It's just like this year. I kind of forgot our anniversary and Cody happened to help me move on it.
Isn't that so
such
crazy?
A coincidence.
Here's the thing. I think that Meri tried trapping. She had a reservation set for Lakai on April 21st, 2024. And she tried trapping Cody into it. And she's like, hey,
I need you to help me move something.
Because when Meri calls, Cody jumps. When Meri calls, Cody jumps. And so she was like, oh, how about I take you, get you a little meal at as a thank you at Lakai. Wear something nice.
Sorry, I can't be there. I gotta take care of the tenders.
Sorry. So she had to bring these fucking losers in.
I can't wait. I can't wait though.
Yeah.
For the talkbacks, whatever reunion, for Meri to see Cody say, when Meri calls, I jump. Because I just know she's gonna like laugh and be like, he doesn't even answer my calls.
He doesn't answer the calls. Yeah, for sure. So Andrea is the girl that Meri babysat, who she also spent Christmas with.
Andrea.
Just Andrea.
With an H.
I mean, this episode, the Mormon names are flying.
Why did they add extra things? Why did we need an H at the end of Andrea? I've never seen that.
Have you ever met a Meri with an I other than Meri Brown? No.
All Christine's kids with an unnecessary Y?
Yep, exactly. So Andrea was she was a polygamist. She was raised in polygamy, was a sister wife. She left that situation. But she's also Danielle Merrifield in Undercover from Seeking Sister Wife.
Butthole mouth.
It was like, that is your twin.
Yeah, I think they're from the same family.
It's Meri, Kate, and Ashley.
It's a wreath.
It's Meri, Kate, and Ashley. And that was 100%. Like, I was like, that's the same girl.
Did we look up Andrea?
It's Lindsay Lohan in both characters of Parent Trap. They have switched roles. Yes. Yes. Did I look up Andrea?
Okay, because I'm dying to know.
Andrea didn't have too much out on the internet.
Is she remarried?
Yes, she's married again. Now she does have a cousin named Mariah. That is a boy.
Oh.
And I just got really, and I was so grateful when I was going through Facebook and I saw Mariah coming home. He's one of our troops.
Okay.
And I'm so glad he got home.
Okay.
But I kept trying to figure out in the pictures, I was like, it was like Mariah and Grandma. And I was like, well, none of the kids are like really next to Grandma in that one, and I'm like, I couldn't figure it out, but it was, she has a brother named Mariah.
Okay. You said a cousin.
Whatever it was.
Okay.
Not entirely sure. Brother, cousin, whatever he may be.
She has a brother cousin named Mariah.
You know. Now she also did some really beautiful family pictures.
They wanted an H at the end. It was probably her brother.
Yes.
Andrea, Mariah.
Yep.
They couldn't think of anything else.
Exactly. So whether it was cousin or brother, we don't know. We don't have clarification on that. But then she did some really beautiful family pictures at one time that were like peak Mormon.
Okay.
Like she had like a big flower in her hair.
Oh, I remember that.
Long skirt, like really beautiful.
Okay, so she's still Mormon, but she's not a sister wife.
But there was no, no, I think that may have been while she was a sister wife.
Oh, she kept him up?
But there's no husband in them. It's mostly the kids
just
or
her
with the kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's like, I can still use these. He's not.
Yeah, he's not in these ones.
Okay.
Now, Hillary with 2 E's at the end, which is a very beautiful spelling. Now, this is Meri's new friend. She's new,
Where'd she meet her? She's in her MLM, right?
Well,
she's under her in LuLaRoe.
No.
No?
When I tell you the web that I weaved from this,
to put these
from
two together,
Hillary is out of this world. So at one point, Hillary says she has thousands of other cousins. She was her grandfather's 85th grandchild, and then there's thousands more after her. And I'm like, it was reminding me of when Christine said that the doula had done 80,000 births. And I was just trying to do that math. So I'm like, you know what? Let's do some math here. And here's the thing. She may not be lying. So Hillary's name is Hillary Brand now. You can look her up. She's got a very beautiful business. It's called like fucking whimsy or something like that.
Fucking whimsy. Okay.
She takes butterflies. She calls them bug coffins. She takes butterflies and What?
They're like dried butterflies?
Yes.
Okay, people saw Meri like a couple weeks ago at a show in Utah, like some sort of a home and garden or like I don't know, whatever. And she was at that booth.
Yep.
And someone was like, we saw her at that booth before another time, like last year. So she must know the people.
Elman wins
Hillary. Hillary kills butterflies.
Yes. Well, no, she gets them ethically. It's ethically made.
Okay,
please. It's ethically made. But she is she comes from the descendants of the Thompson family. Okay. Now that is a big name.
Mitch.
Okay. Mitch is Hillary's cousin.
Okay. And now, we know Mitch's sister from Seeking Sister Wives.
Exactly.
Okay, Vanessa.
And then Mitch's grandpa, his name was Lynn Thompson.
Okay.
He was the president of the AUB up until like 2021, maybe.
Okay.
Also died in 2021.
Okay.
But he stopped being because, wait for this, my 5 Wives star, Rosemary, is his daughter. And she said that he had sexually assaulted her. Okay. And so that came out. And then they also found out he was embezzling. And honestly, I feel like
Rosemary is his daughter. Mm-hmm. Mitch and his sister are his grandkids?
Yes.
So is Rosemary Mitch's aunt?
Probably.
Okay.
Something like that. Here's the thing. When you have multiple wives, they can span ages. Oh, Caitlin. It's messy.
This podcast just turned.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I tell you, I'm going to take it on a deep dive.
That is messy. So we're all related.
Everyone's
related. Okay.
Yes. Then listen to fucking. Well, is that the end of
that? So Rosemary's the whistleblower?
Yes. But I don't think the AUB even cared about that. Probably they found out he was embezzling. And that's where they were
that's when they're like, cut him loose.
Cut him loose.
We like our money.
We can look past the other things, but not this. Absolutely not. So he got kicked out. Yeah, he died in 2021. And I went to his obituary because I'm like, surely it's going to mention some wives and kids. Okay. No mention. Okay. They're very, very private.
It didn't even say anything about being like.
It was written from the perspective of his kids, like our father was, but no mention of how many wives, how many kids, no names, no nothing.
Wow.
Not survived by
because they don't have enough room in an obituary to write that many.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, you're going to take out a long ass. You're going to get a front page of the paper.
The whole newspaper.
He's survived by thousands of grandkids.
Imagine they try and list them all.
So then, as I'm doing all of that, I get into Christine's family because it comes up, like
because they're all tied together.
They're all tied together, and when I tell you, I about lost it. You know who was really close back in the day?
Who?
Christine's family and the Woolley family.
Really?
Caitlin.
How'd you find that? What did it say?
Well,
they're besties. They had a Facebook
it was
together?
like they were all like, there was like these heads of the AUB.
Yeah.
And one was Christine's family. One was the Woolleys. One was like the Thompsons.
We have 3 major polygamous families.
There was I think there was 5.
Okay.
But those were 3 of them.
The other 5 were Robyn's family, probably. And Meri's family.
Yes. Well, not Robyn's in-law family.
Okay. Robyn's in-law family and probably Meri's family.
Probably. And I'm just like, everyone is connected. Everyone is connected.
Yikes. They better be careful. They better be doing.
I'm like, maybe this is why Aspen and Mitch are like, I don't know if we should have kids.
Because they're we actually are first cousins.
We're a little bit sketchy on the timeline and the family tree,
They're starting to go back in their ancestry. Can you imagine doing your ancestry and being like, wait a second.
Yeah.
My cousin is also my brother cousin.
Yep. Yes. Now, there was a moment in which I did some real investigative work.
Okay.
I'll talk about it on Patreon.
Okay.
But I did hear of someone who was an uncle and a cousin.
Okay.
So that did.
Okay. Uncle
happen.
Cousin.
Yes.
Okay.
So Hillary, she knows her shit.
Yeah.
But let me.
You thought she was exaggerating, but she wasn't. She does have thousands of cousins.
Possibly. We could never get it nailed down.
It's kind of a fun childhood.
Right? I mean, imagine
you always have someone to play with.
You have to rent out AT&T Stadium for a family reunion. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot. But here is the thing with Hillary. Is Hillary tells all of her friends, like, I'm your therapist.
Oh,
anything, like, come to me. Like,
I feel like she's like, I don't have a degree in therapy, but like, I am the therapist friend.
She's so fucking annoying.
She thinks she has all the answers to everything.
Hate her. And also, going back to her whimsy butterflies or whatever. So every time she does a video, she puts a wild filter on.
Oh, her and Meri are meant to be friends.
Yes.
What are the butterflies?
They're dead butterflies that she then puts into like a case, and
that's
some are very special butterflies.
Okay.
Yeah, it's yes.
Okay.
That's her business.
All right.
Elman Whimsy. You can find it on Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's what it was called. I don't remember.
Whimsy that's with just the so Z. Weird that
Whimsy with a Z and an I at the end. Whimsy.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. Very Mormon. And here's what I'm going to say.
You know what? They are creative, though.
We start off this episode on a high note because right away, Andrea is like, Meri, you've been fucking any guys?
I loved that for her.
And that's it. After that, it goes downhill. That was a moment in which I was like, yes, here we fucking go, baby.
Meri was like, oh my God, Andrea.
Andrea.
No.
That's silly.
I'm going to wait till marriage.
And here's my favorite part, though. Andrea acted like she wasn't wearing a mic and like she was caught. I'm like, oh my God, there they are, the camera.
So sorry. I thought we were just walking into the guy.
Andrea has just...
Both of these two were not comfortable on camera. They were...
Oh, but they were.
Well, they wanted to be on camera, but they were very aware they were there. Like Hillary the whole time was like,
Hillary
here.
Hillary the entire time looks not at Meri, but off to something on the side. I'm like, are you reading cue cards? What is going on?
That's exactly how your eye contact is.
Caitlin, don't say that. Is it really that bad?
Pretty much.
She's like you're Meri and she's over here.
I know. You're like that a lot of times.
No.
Yes, you're bad at eye contact.
Don't ever tell me that again. I don't want to know that. So Hillary's like, thank you so much for the invitation, Meri, to look high. Anytime you want to bring us, this is lovely, Meri. This is so lovely. This looks delectable. Shut the fuck up. I hate when people
why did we go to look high?
Who says lovely? You know, like she's younger than us, I think. And it's like, you're saying probably. Lovely. Oh, this is lovely.
She wants to, I know exactly who she is. She came from this polygamy family. Yep. She wants to break out of it. She wants to be like, I am educated. I am a therapist. I know all the like religious trauma and I am here to like help set you free.
Yes. You can't get into a conversation with Hillary.
Everything is so deep with Hillary.
You're like, oh God, I'm like having the worst day. And she's like, tell me about your father.
Yeah. She's like, let me hear your feelings.
What is your relationship like with your dad? Yeah. Say more. See, and here's the problem. You know, your problem is that
like she's draining as a friend. I think she thinks she's helpful, but it's like every time we see Hillary, it's got to be like a long.
You just want to talk shit. You want to have fun, and Hillary's
like, we don't judge.
Oh,
I know. You know?
Yes. But she like, judges through therapy.
Yes.
She's like, well, here's the thing. The reason she's doing that is because, you know, she was a slut growing up. And the reason why she was a slut, she does have the father issues.
But she's like, we don't need to talk about her issues. Yeah. Yes. No, she doesn't like judging. She doesn't like gossip.
No, but she's a fucking gossip. That's what I'll tell you right now. So Hillary has really come in kind of as a stand-in Mel Robbins for Meri. Like, I think Meri was like, oh, I'm going to go out with my friends. Maybe we can like bullshit banter. And Hillary is like, no, let's dive into this. She's like, you know, Meri, now that the divorce is over, I'm in the opinion that maybe you go out and, you know, you become your best version of yourself. And it's none of that petty, like, oh, this is what you did to me. It's not bitter or anything like
Meri's
that.
Like, exactly. Okay. So I should take down my reels.
Honestly, I've been thinking the same thing. Like, I don't want to be bitter.
Petty at all.
I don't want to be bitter. I don't want to be petty. Like, it's just like, listen, I'm living my best life. Okay.
Hillary is not a fan of Jen because Jen is a fan of the petty.
Yes.
Jen and Meri get going on their reels.
Well, here's the thing with Jen, you know, she married her brother. She's got a lot of family trauma.
I feel like Hillary's like, Jen is immature, Meri. I think we need a worthy up from Jen.
So, Meri, I want you to go out and be your best version of you. Okay. And and Hillary loves to throw out just like the lamest quote. She's like, just know, Meri, it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to not be okay.
That ended up on Meri's Spotify list was Jessie J.
It's okay not to be okay. Yeah. Golly. Gosh, golly. I really
She got under your skin.
Oh, to say the least. And it's like, I hated Andrea too, but like when
she looked great next to Hillary.
Yes.
Because at least Andrea, I feel like, wanted to talk shit.
Hillary is like new to Meri, but she knows everything about Cody. She's like, you know, when they start telling Meri that they're like, I think he misses you already.
I was like, don't encourage her. She already thinks this.
Shut this down. Shut this down. She's like, oh, you think? And she's like, I believe that's why he was crying, Meri. I believe he was crying because look at you. You're a catch. You're a sexy ass woman. You know, you're an amazing, smart businesswoman. And Meri's like, I am a good businesswoman. Look at my worthy up biz. I'm like, your LuLaRoe was good because you took advantage of people. I'll give you that. Okay. Because you learned how from
you
a
got
cult.
it at the ground floor, you know?
Yes. But you're really going to sit here and you're going to tell me that your worthy up business, the symposiums, that's you as a smart businesswoman. I bet
Hillary is going to be a speaker.
I bet you she was a speaker.
She probably was.
You know what? I bet Hillary was the one during the symposium who said she had the other sister, but they were both her. They were both her.
I just know Hillary loves Worthy Up.
Oh my God. She's exhausting.
But I appreciated Andrea for wanting to talk shit because she was like, everybody knows that once Cody got Robyn, he didn't care about any of you guys anymore. I was like, thank you, Andrea.
Cut to Cody being like, they're only saying that because of the recent events. I'm like, as the show, we are episode 2 being like, he hates all these women but Robyn. Episode 2. That's when we started all saying it. I think maybe the stragglers got on board by episode 3, but the entire fandom has known, which is so weird to call us a fandom because we all hate the show.
Right.
But like the group of people who hate this show all knew at least by episode 3. There was not one person who figured it out after that.
I had a revelation the other day, though, because I was like, you know, we do say the show's boring.
Yeah.
And it's stupid and we hate watch it.
Yeah.
But I'm like, actually, what other shows are we watching where people literally won't talk to each other and only talk shit behind each other's back? But they're a family.
True.
Like Real Housewives, they're talking behind each other's back in confessionals, but like they're just friends on a TV show together.
They're
like,
cast members.
Cast members. This is their actual family. Like this is actually.
But when you go there, it becomes don't do that.
I know. It goes
sad.
Too much. It's sad.
They're just cast members. Honestly, like I said, much like The Hills ending, I'm waiting for the end of Sister Wives. They pull back the curtain. Cody and Christine go up and kiss each other, and they're actually the married couple. The other 3 were just cast members. Meri and Robyn actually start scissoring because they were always girlfriends. Like I'm waiting for that moment.
It's not gonna happen.
I wish.
In your dreams.
So yeah, he's like, yeah, they're making that shit up because I have never been any different since Robyn came into the family.
I'm like, we watched it all burn down. We watched you only care about
from
Robyn.
The fucking beginning.
Does he not realize that there's like evidence right there?
I think that again, he watches the show back and he's like, God,
from his perspective, he's like, look at me, I liked all those wives.
I am such a good husband.
I hated them so much, and look at how I treated them.
Look at how I tolerated these women. God, I tolerated these women so much, and it's like, why did I do that?
Like deep down, I hated them, but I did a great job acting. They would have never known.
So Hillary is like, you know, I think Cody already misses you, Meri. I think he's already in a place, you know, with all the trauma that Cody has been through. He can't express it to you, Meri.
But he misses you.
But he misses you.
He's gonna be real sad, Meri.
He doesn't
actually,
have
Meri.
Those
you should
words.
Reach back out.
I think it's
you should move back to Flagstaff.
I did appreciate there was one
Hillary's
moment
a bad
though.
Therapist.
Hillary and Andrea were both saying like, you know what, Meri, because I think right now you're still in a place where you're like, oh, do we give it one more shot? You know, one more. And Meri did say, she's like, I think we could have worked this out. I'm like, how incredibly stupid are you?
And then they
thought
did say
the dumbest
like...
people on this episode were Robyn and her girls, but no, Mary's the dumbest. Followed by whoever named Hillary with 2 E's at the end. Good Gugamunga. I can't do it.
They were like, Meri, I don't even know that you have a chance to make it work again.
Yeah,
he's done with you.
No,
it's like, okay, thanks for telling her some truth.
You know, Meri, you're just a sexy piece of ass.
You know, but she did say like, I want you to move on and not even had that second thought of like, but I would try again.
And that's where Mary's like, okay, I'm gonna work on that. I'm like, this is supposed to be a friend. This is not your therapist, Meri. This is not one of your worthy up speakers.
I am upset though, because we thought this scene was matchmakers.
This is actually so much more fitting for where Mary's at. She's not ready to be match made, you know? And then I got so confused because Mary's like, well, you know, I'm 52. I could have been 45. Is there really a difference at 52 and 45?
Well, I mean, 7 years of waiting for nothing.
Well, yes, but I'm saying, like, I feel like she's like, I'm 52. I'm unmarketable now. No one's going to date me on the match.
Yeah, I feel like that doesn't matter. I just feel like she's like, I wasted 7 years of my life. I could have started dating 7 years ago.
Okay.
You know?
Well, she would have spent those 7 years just listening to fight songs.
I know. She needed
and
the time.
Since you've been gone.
She needed the time to kind of get over it.
This is the craziest part, though. Mary's like, you know, it's been 6 months. And they're like, well, Hillary, who knows everything. She's never been through a divorce before. She's like, give it at least another 6 months. At least, Meri. Okay, you just need to do
I was like,
that.
but it's also been 7-8 years.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm like, Meri, it hasn't been 6 months.
No.
Like
that was like last week or whatever when she told Jen and Blair, like, it just happened. Give me some space. And Jen's like, no, it's been like 8 years,
happen.
Meri. Like,
Meri, Cody has not told you good night in probably 10 years.
No.
I don't think Cody is, honestly, like the only text he
Cody
sends.
hasn't slept over.
He hasn't told her happy birthday. He doesn't even say thank you when she says happy birthday to him, because you know she never forgets.
No.
Happy birthday,
She's first to
Cody.
text.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She 12:01. She sends that text.
It's your birthday.
And he has his phone on silent. You know, Robyn's going down on him. Like, it's just, he doesn't.
He's getting his birthday blowy.
Yeah.
Meri always interrupts my birthday blowy.
Here's what I want to know, because it sounds like Meri's got a lot of bad therapists around her. Who was the friend who gave her the bleach and ammonia analogy? She's like,
I don't think it was a friend.
Well, I looked.
Okay.
I typed in Mel Robbins beach and ammonia, because this had to have come from something.
Okay.
I didn't find it.
Okay.
I did find, though, that like this is considered like a mustard gas or something. And it'll kill you.
Yeah, well, that's what she's like. They're good on their own, bleach, ammonia, but together they're toxic and they'll kill you. I'm
Can
like,
I say
well, that's
something
a little
though?
dramatic.
Well, like, I don't use bleach.
No.
And I don't know what ammonia is. I thought ammonia is what when you pee.
I think it's like cat pee has ammonia in it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought we had ammonia in our pee.
No, I don't know. Do we?
Well, I don't know, but I'm like, okay, well, like,
Okay.
and
Who
then-
doesn't say we're like oil and water? That's like
because the oil and water just don't mix. They're saying that these two are good on their own, but
They'll
then
kill
they
you.
explode. It's a toxic relationship.
I hate spearmint.
You know I hate spearmint, Cody. You know I love Stonehenge. Let's really quickly revisit Stonehenge for a
Okay.
second, because the amount of people who are like, how dare you come from Meri going on a solo trip by herself? That's so empowering. I didn't care that Meri went on a trip by herself. Meri's been on her own for the past 10 years. What I'm making fun of is the fact that Meri went only with the idea of like, I'm going to show Cody. I'm going to show Cody how good my life is. He's going to wish he had gone to Stonehenge and gotten the sweatshirt.
Also, she could have gone 8 years ago. Like, what was
Yeah.
stopping her?
No.
Yeah.
So it's
not the solo trip. That's fine. Like,
No.
that's
You do your own eat, pray, love. But Meri is pathetic, and I'll stand by it, and I'll die on this hill. Okay? I'll die on this hill that she ain't
just
hilled.
was like, I hope Cody sees this picture.
Yeah, she bought a men's XL Stonehenge jacket to bring back, and if he was excited, she was going to bring it to his house. But when he
She's
didn't
like,
remember,
he's not getting that jacket.
I'm giving it to Blair. Blair's getting that now. Okay. Now, here's what I don't understand. Meri is willing to be best friends with Cody, but she's like, what? Me and Robyn? You want me to be friends with my ex-husband's wife? Like, what? That's confusing. First of all, you've been his ex-wife for 10 years, and you've been friends with
With
Robyn.
Robyn.
Well, you've been trying to be friends with Robyn.
Also, why do we even need to go here? Because Robyn wouldn't answer your calls before. She's not going to answer them now.
For Robyn fucking Brown to sit there and say that since Meri has moved, she has really been dealing with like an identity crisis.
I'm like, you didn't see her before. Meri straight up said, like, I always try to see the kids. They never let me. I never see them. Like, they never come check them. They don't even know where my house is in Flagstaff. And now Robyn's like, what do I do without my bestie?
Guys, on Patreon, we did a deep dive into Robyn's Etsy, and we know now what Robyn's been doing in her free time. You got to go listen. It is one of our funniest episodes, I gotta say. Way funnier than this shit. So yeah, this is where Meri's like, oh, hang on, is this Lakai? Oh my god. Kind of funny, girls. 13 years ago, 13 years, 3 months, 4 days, 12
5
hours ago.
and 77 seconds. Yep.
Me and Cody actually came to Lakai. I'm just now remembering. Oh my god. Yeah, no. I'm just now remembering.
Mhm.
And yep,
It's weird.
we
It's weird. I'm
ordered
like
the
having
bisque.
flashbacks.
Yeah. And that's where Cody said to me, like, it would be absolute. What was the word he used? Vulgar.
If
She's
I
like-
had another man.
And now she literally quotes Cody. Word
That's what
for
I'm saying.
word.
She watched this episode so many times. She knew exactly what the conversation was, but she wasn't unsure what day
Can
it was.
I tell you what Meri has? Meri has so many like DVDs of like Cody and Meri's best moments. And she's strung together episodes and cut everybody else out. And it's just the moments of her and Cody.
She's like really working that iMovie.
Every night before she goes to bed, she absolutely goes to town and rubs one out to her and Cody in Cancun.
I feel like she also like listens to whatever their song was that she probably was like, Cody, this should be our song. He doesn't remember it. He never knew it.
No.
She listens to it all the time and just cries on her bed.
Oh my. Absolutely. Absolutely. With Jesus watching over. Goodness gracious. And even Jesus is like,
he's the only man in her
sad.
life.
You know, this is pretty sad. Meri, come on.
It's like, Meri, come on, worthy up, girl.
Get up. Get up, Meri. This is a really sad existence. Now Mary's like, guys, I think that plural marriage can work. And both of them are like, I don't know a single polygamist who's happy.
No, they're like, I honestly don't know anybody. Can't think of one. Nope. And she's like, do monogamists with a T at the end have happy marriages where they're happy all the time? They're like, yeah, there's plenty of them.
Well, even more than that, I felt like Meri was like, okay, you can't tell me that monogamists aren't depressed all the time in their marriage too. Like, I think Meri thinks like marriage
she's like, it's never happy. I was like, okay.
I'm sorry. Everyone's lying. Okay. You know how they say social media is a lie? I'll tell you right now. Everyone is unhappy in their marriage, right?
Hillary's like, I don't have to wonder if my husband likes to have sex with his other wife more than me.
Yeah.
Or if he's providing for her more than me.
And here's what I was going to say. Hillary, he does enjoy sex with other people more than you. Because when you guys get into it and he starts like trying to go to town, you're just like, Trevor. I don't remember his name. Okay. I saw it though. Oh, his name was weird. It was something like Hulin or something like that. I don't know.
Okay.
Hula. As you're going down on me, I just want you to remember that like this is the pathway in which you came into the world, and now you're going back into the world, into me. And there's
like,
a lot of trauma.
Tell me how you feel about me, like other than intimately.
And he's like, dude, I want to fuck. All I want to do is I would love to put my dick in your mouth and not hear you talk anymore. But she's always gabbing. She's a yapper, much like us, but she does boring yap. She's not fun.
She's therapist.
She's never fun ever in her life. No, never. So yeah, they're like, yeah, Meri, I think there are happy people in the world. She's like, that's impossible.
Okay, well, I still think we could have made it work.
I think we could have definitely made that.
And they're
work.
like, I don't think you had the choice, Meri.
They're like, Meri,
he didn't want that.
He didn't want
you
at all. And she's like, well, one more chance, one more time for old time's sake.
Maybe now that he cried, maybe he's realizing.
Yeah, and they're like, no. And for these bitches to sit there and be like, he cries because he misses you. I'm like, he cried because he was relieved.
I know.
We saw him squeal out of Lizzie's in that Lexus. Like he was like, hell yeah, Nathan, we finally did it.
He's like, I never have to come back here.
Can you imagine being Cody? And your whole plan was to get rid of your other 3 wives. And you successfully got rid of Christine, you got rid of Janelle, and then you still got fucking Meri.
You're like, come on, I've tried to get rid of you the longest.
Yes, it's like,
and
how
you won't go.
Meri is like, you go to, when you go to your parents' house and there is like expired Parmesan from like 1996, but it's still there. Yeah. That is Meri.
That's Meri.
You find a mac and cheese and you're like, they don't even make this design anymore. It's like Rugrats mac and cheese. And it's like, they haven't made that in 20 years.
That's Meri.
That's Meri. You can always count on her being there,
I'm hanging on, Cody.
I'm hanging on with you. Mm-hmm. So Hillary's like, Meri, I want to leave you with this exercise, okay? What I would love for you to do is I would love to see you in a place where you aren't just always thinking about Cody, where you want to fuck him and be back with him, but you can look back and you can say that there were good times. There was happy times with Cody. And I want you to be able to move past that and look at a place where you can say, listen, there were happy times.
But I love my life now.
I am happy now with here.
And Meri's like,
now.
I'm writing my story.
I'm writing my story right now.
It.
I'm never
It's
been
worthy
happier.
Up Facebook group.
So we end this conversation in Meri's confessional. She's like, I feel like I am really moving forward. Like lightning speed. I am just like, wow, like my hair doesn't look like it because it doesn't move, but it is blowing in the wind. I am in the fast lane. HOV lane, here I come. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
But I have to get that plate with the clouds because I don't have anyone in the passenger seat. I'm only there because I have an electric
vehicle. Well, I got Bonnie riding shotgun. Wow, that was fucking mean. That was mean, Caitlin. But honestly, true.
True.
So then Mary's like, I can't wait till the day when I'm fucking somebody, and I hope it's Cody, but if it's somebody,
and I can't wait to tell Andrea.
I can't wait to call Andrea and be like, oh, it was a good time. I think that Meri.
I think that's the final step of worthing up, Meri.
Yeah.
You need to get under someone else.
Got to get under someone to get over someone.
Yes.
Yes.
Maybe that would be helpful.
I really do feel like Meri, probably like her and Amos. They didn't work out because she kept calling him Cody.
He's like, please.
She's
no,
like,
they didn't work out because he was a con man.
Well, that's honestly, I think Meri would have looked past that.
He's a dirty John.
She didn't care about that. He was like, Meri, I can't do this anymore. She's like, hey, Cody, I made your favorite. Oh,
I got you lemon water. Oh, sorry.
That's Cody.
Cody like that. I forgot. You don't.
Oh, shoot. Okay. Never mind. All right, let's go do something really boring. And that is wedding dress shopping with Christine.
And the gang.
And the gang. A gaggle of women.
When she walks in and she's like, this is my sister, my mom, my daughter, my cousin, my
groomer, my veterinarian, my doctor, my OBGYN, Dr. Flick Your Bean is here.
And that girl was just like, got it.
A girl I just met from the grocery store, my florist, my dentist assistant, my hygienist. It's like, it was a fucking clown car. Everyone was popping out of that clown car.
She wanted everyone.
You know who wasn't there? Truly.
Savannah.
Oh.
Maddie was like, yeah, she invited me and Maddie. And I was like, what about Savannah?
Yeah.
What about Savannah? And Truly was like, I'm staying home. And Christine was like, good.
Well, I think that I honestly feel like Boda, the design.
They were like, you can't bring Truly.
They said, listen, we have a no pets rule. Okay. You cannot bring your feral animals here.
They knew.
She would be absolutely scratching. You know who she would be? If you brought Truly, this would turn into the bridesmaid scene when they shit in the dress. Yeah. Or they're shitting in the sink.
They're like, no. These dresses are too expensive for her to touch.
Yeah, no, we cannot bring Truly. She's going to leave purple hair dye on everything. Cannot do that. So I did a little deep dive here too, because I was like, I need to know more.
Okay.
Destry.
Which
is honestly a step down for me, because when we used to go to celebrations in Vegas and we would meet with Kylie, I was like, where's Kylie?
I don't know.
I would
now
love.
I've got Destry.
Who's Destry? It's like, I want Kylie.
He had more Mormon names.
God, yeah. Destry, IE at the end. Kylie.
Kylie was for sure.
I'm like, I wish that we were at celebrations right now, but we're not. So Kylie, or not Kylie, sorry.
You wish.
Sip to Kylie. Destry, fun fact, she actually got married at the Red Earth venue, the one that Christine looked at originally with David.
Oh, okay.
She got married there.
She suggested it, maybe?
She maybe suggested it. She suggested that to her. She suggested it. And then they didn't talk about
I liked that one. Was it pretty?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's way prettier than Christine's.
Okay.
Yeah. But
Christine's was pretty, but
the only thing is Destry's photographer was kind of one of those like really desaturated colors type. And I was like, could be prettier.
All right.
But it was pretty. Now, what they didn't talk about on this is that Destry and the other woman who just kind of stands there like a ghost.
With the puffy shirt.
Paula, that's her mother.
That's her mom?
That's her mother, Paula. It's a mother-daughter operation.
Do they own it?
I think so.
Okay. Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, speaking of the puffy shirt, I had to do a whole deep dive on the puffy shirt because Paula's wearing the puffy shirt. And then when we go to the cake testing, I don't know if it's Christine's sister or David's sister, someone, she's wearing the green version of the shirt.
I know. Do you remember when those shirts, like, obviously that's like a newer version and it's probably from like
it was the one size fits all.
But the one size fits all puffy shirts?
Yes.
Yeah.
Robyn could put it on her dollies and then Robyn could wear one herself. Yes. No, so I Googled this shirt because I needed to know. Now, this shirt is obviously everyone's getting it from China. Okay. Because a bunch of little boutiques have it.
Oh, okay.
But also, you know where sells it? Anthropology.
I just said that.
What?
Play the tapes back. I said it's not like the old one size fits all because I'm sure this one's from Anthropology.
Oh my! I didn't even hear that. Yes. I was so focused on the little shirt, I didn't hear the Anthropology.
No, it was so Anthropology.
It was.
I knew it was Anthropology.
And so for both these women to have it, I'm like, I need one.
Classy.
But I think they're sold out now.
Okay.
Probably from this episode.
Kind of like
I think everyone was immediately like, I need a puffy shirt. So
maybe I could get it.
I'm going to get one myself. Maybe I can find none. What's that one where people sell their clothes? The Rail?
The Rail or a Poshmark.
I'm going to go on the rel.
Okay.
That's the Mormon version. Okay. We go on the rel.
I don't know if the rel has, yeah, they do have clothes. Okay. They mostly have purses and stuff.
I don't really know.
Okay.
Now, Christine says something that just really shocks the entire audience. She's like, I have actually been looking at wedding dresses since before I was engaged. I'm like, you looked at wedding venues before you were engaged. You looked at wedding rings before you were engaged. Like, oh, you looked at wedding dresses? Like, we're not shocked by that. We are not shocked.
Okay, Robyn, what? Did you go with David too? And now you brought the whole group?
For Robyn to say that a woman's wedding dress is so important. And I'm like, you are a backstabbing bitch because you made those women, especially Janelle. Janelle did not want to go wedding dress shopping.
No, Janelle would have been so happy to sit out.
And to make these women sit through you trying on dresses and for you to probably be like, oh, is this a small? It's kind of big on me.
I need an extra small.
I need an extra small. And then to find out that you went with Cody instead and you guys picked out a different dress. Mm-hmm. You're a bitch.
She is. But did Christine do the same? Did she go with David before? And
no, I think she looked online.
Okay.
I think she has a Pinterest board.
Okay. Oh my gosh. I'm sure someone will fight it. But I'm sure Christine had so many wedding pins.
I think Christine.
This has been her dream.
Christine
for so long.
Abuses Pinterest. I don't know where it is. I don't know if it's under another name, but like anytime
more than Robyn's.
She has a 4th of July Pinterest board. She has Memorial Day Pinterest board. She's got Indigenous Peoples Day Pinterest board. She's got a Pinterest board for everything. Everything.
Yeah, that's her main social media.
Yes.
No, I don't know though. She loves her Facebook group.
But Pinterest is where she gets all of her ideas.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Now, Christine does show up wearing that very hot pink one shoulder jumper.
That shows the tattoo.
I'm just like, girl.
I'm surprised she didn't do a one shoulder wedding dress.
I know.
It's kind of a thing for a while.
To show off her tattoo.
Yeah.
Now, it was revealed on McKelty and Tony Padrone's Patreon that Christine did in fact get her tits done.
Mm-hmm.
And I have been saying.
I know you have been saying, and I'm like, I don't think she
had to have gotten her tits done, and that's coming from someone who has a fake tit handicap because my mom lied to me for the majority of my life about tits, and I didn't know that. So I've spotted, and I was like, "There's no way those are her same tits."
Yeah,
I think they got done in flag.
I think they were when she was done with Cody, but before she moved.
I think it was before she said she was done with Cody.
He never saw him though.
No. I don't think he's ever touched him, seen him. Anything.
He doesn't even know she did it.
No,
it's going to be news to him.
He doesn't even look down when he talks to her. You know?
She
never has to say, eyes up here, buddy.
No, never.
She could be fully naked.
That's why she got the tattoo. She was hoping he would look.
And he still doesn't see it. No, he doesn't. He doesn't.
It was just shocking because I just didn't think she would do that. Now I could see her doing it now that she's like with David, but like at that point, I was like,
if she did it now, I picture her getting like the ones that sit up here really high.
Yeah, she got a great. Whoever her doctor was did a great job.
Yeah, they still have like a natural side.
I never would have guessed.
No, they look great.
Yeah,
they're not up here.
Yes, they're very natural.
I think if she got them now, though, she would do that.
She would.
She'd be like, David loves to titty
double
fuck
D big ones,
2 balloons on my front side. That's David loves that. David's a definite tit man. David loves a tit.
Yeah, he is.
Okay, so
I don't think he's an ass man.
No, she doesn't have much of that.
No, definitely a boob guy.
Yeah. So Christine puts on this first dress, and I thought that it looked so good.
I did too.
It was a little princessy.
It was a little princessy for her age, but I feel like we should have gone with something more that I just thought that fit her body a lot better than the mermaid style she likes.
Yeah. For McKelty to be like, my mom wants something elegant that fits her well and sexy. I'm like, well, the dress she ended up with, you're going to tell me that fits well?
It didn't fit that well. It wasn't tailored great.
No. She got those tits, but they weren't holding up that dress.
That was Destry's fault.
Destry.
Destry and her mom with the puffy shirt.
For Destry and Paula, though, to have to pull out a custom dress in 45 days.
Sam, the dress designer, could never.
Chris. Sam, the dress designer, hates to see Christine coming.
She hates to see Meri coming.
Oh my God, no. Then we start talking about Christine's first dress that she got married in. And again, everyone
just says like it didn't fit her right and it was really modest. I'm like, no one's saying it was awful.
No one sits there and says Annie sabotaged this wedding because she wasn't going to be allowed to go.
And she was hoping Christine didn't do polygamy.
I'm telling you right now, I will die on the hill that Annie sabotaged Christine because she wanted to ruin that wedding because she was not invited.
I feel like Annie was like, Christine, I tried to get you not to marry Cody. I thought he would leave you with that dress.
I feel like editing helped Cody with this because he's like, Christine's dress that she wore was, and then he's like, silk. And I'm like, he said something else.
Yeah.
He said it was disgusting. And honestly,
how did he remember it was, he said like satin or silk. I'm like, how do you remember that when it was so awful?
Because it's like,
it was like a nightgown.
He had to try and compliment it somehow. And he's like, I like the fabric. I like the fabric is nice.
It was silky when I touched it. It was
soft. It's very, kind of reminds me of my mom's hands,
It was just like an oversized nightgown. It was hideous.
A nightgown if you were 90. It was the ugliest, like
grandma's nightgown.
The nightgown that the Ebenezer Scrooge wears in the Christmas Story, whatever it's called.
Don't know what you're talking about.
It's awful.
Okay.
And it might as well just have a slipper on the bottom. She looked absolutely terrible. And
so bad.
I need to point this out.
That's why I was glad for her to get to this experience, but I was also just like, I wish we would have let her.
I wish we would have been there.
I wish she had say yes to the dress.
Yes. She treated this.
It was her version.
Destry and Paula, because we've been in this position before where it's like someone just says something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want that. When she's like, hey, girls, just go try and find me anything. They were like, please don't.
They were like, we don't really want to have to try on 45 dresses.
Touch anything.
And then we have to put them all back.
Yeah. No, they were not interested in that. But when we see the picture of Christine in that awful dress, I also don't know if she had a bad like blood flow problem or anything. Because if you look at her hands coming out the dress, they were like meaty.
They were like so swollen. I'm like, is she okay?
I don't know about that.
I don't know. I've never seen her hands.
I don't know if she was
like
just
that.
Nervous.
I don't know.
She didn't get a cake either.
She
just had a dinner. Just had a dinner.
No cake.
Cody had to call off work, but he couldn't because he already had one wife. Actually had two wives at that point.
He keeps just saying how that wedding was just so hard for him to get to. It was just so hard for work. Do it on the weekend.
Yeah. We get a flashback of Cody and Robyn's wedding, and we see one of their wedding pictures that we've never seen before that I can remember. And Robyn's at this like tall gazebo thing, and she's like holding on to a pillar.
They dove into the like files on this episode because we got that new picture. We got two Robyn kid pictures that we've never seen.
Well, it's like maybe Robyn brought
Robyn was like, I have some new pictures I want to use.
Yeah.
Add them to the file.
Adam.
No. Yeah, it was like all we ever get is repeats. And this was
shocked.
It was brand new.
Was shocked by it. So anyways, we're back to picking out the dresses.
Yeah. We go through a bunch of them, and I feel like they're all kind of, I don't know.
One dress, she has like areola out.
Yes.
And I was like, oh.
She was like, I want a very deep. And then one dress she tries on, it's like pretty modest. And she's like, yeah, but what if we do cutouts all over it? I was like,
oh.
Then why don't we just pick a dress we like?
There's nothing more uncomfortable than a cutout to your Spanx. You know, it's like.
I was also like, Christine, I know you want it to be sexy because like, but also just like adding cutouts all over isn't it. No. You know, we can have a sexy dress.
I felt like she was honestly like, the Jennifer Lopez outfit when she's in the green and blue. She was like, I want it to deep down into under my belly button.
I feel like she was like all the way down to my crotch.
All the way down. I just want it to be
with
easy
a mesh
access.
Behind it. A dark colored mesh.
A dirty.
She wants
I want a dirty background. I want a dirty background.
The way she was describing that was so bizarre. I've never heard anyone say I want a dirty background wedding dress.
I want it dirty.
And then they just basically decided to do a whole custom dress for her.
Yeah, because they couldn't.
How did they whip that up?
It is so fitting.
Also, why are we here only 45 days out when we were getting the wedding venue with a year to go?
This is how it works. Okay. Christine's an idiot. She went to plague school.
Okay.
For Janelle to say that the absolute ugliest dress that Christine comes out in is her favorite was
accurate.
Chef's kiss. And for Janelle to say that she wants to get married on a mountain in jeans, I'm like, girl, white capris.
Yes, or tan capri. It's just she loves a capri.
You're not wearing a jean.
No, she hardly ever wears jeans.
No, she wears a jegging.
She loves a slack.
You know, it's like, girl, put on your capris.
Also, I'm like, Janelle, you're not going to get married on a mountaintop.
No. She'll get there and be like,
when the time comes,
how always do it down here? The mountains in the background's perfect.
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
She's like, it's going to take us probably, the pass is $25 to go up.
Yeah, I think you're right. In the background is better than on top.
Yeah. All right, let's do it right here. Honestly, and I might, when at that high altitude, it's just not for me.
Now she may be the first to get married at her new venue.
Maybe. At Potato Farms.
She's like, we got to get it ready for my wedding.
I love Janelle did a huge new drop. People were like, Janelle's got new shirts. I'm like, she has new shirt. She has a new shirt. It's just one.
Chose the kids, chose the dog.
And that's not even the quote that it was, you know?
That's why I love her.
But
it's wrong.
It's perfect.
But you know what? She took everyone's advice.
Yes.
People had messaged her and said
the design
that's
is terrible.
Oh,
but
yeah.
That's what makes it good.
Who's doing the design? Maddie? Her? Is someone doing that?
I don't
Not
know.
a designer.
No.
Just someone who knows to use Printful?
Oh, it's Savannah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I appreciate her working hard.
Then
for
you know
her
what?
mother.
Good.
Love it. Love that
Love
for
it.
Savannah. Yeah. So Christine's like, I also really love boning. I'm like, Evelyn, earplugs. Although Evelyn can't hear shit. She's 93.
She's doing good for 93 though. I was like, oh wow.
When Christine is in that one dress and she's like, Mom, what do you think? And Annie's like, I think she's talking to you, not me. I'm like, first of all, when someone calls their in-law mom,
and she's not even married yet.
she doesn't. And Evelyn replies, she's like, I really like it, Kristen. She's like, she doesn't even know her fucking name. She met you one time. She's like, it looks really good, Kristen.
Where am I?
How did we get here?
Is this my granddaughter?
Oh, you look beautiful, Kristen. You look really good.
I was just shocked because I was like, wow, I don't know many 93-year-olds who are up for dress shopping, cake testing. Like,
no. Did she go to the cakes?
Yeah, she was there.
She better watch her blood
doing
sugars.
Good.
She better watch her blood sugars.
David's genes are not good. He's gonna live for a long time.
At 93, I'm out.
Well, I would just be too honest. I'd be like, that one looks like shit.
Yes, I want to be crotchety.
Yeah,
I want to be real nasty. I just want to, and then people be like, okay, he's tired. Got to put him down.
He's just old.
Looks like shit. Ugliest dress I've ever seen. I can see your areolas popping out.
Then she gets on one other dress, and McKelty's like, oh, it's a vagina dress. And
The
Janelle's like,
vagina
McKelty's
dress.
always saying what no one else wants to say.
But that's not even the gross part. The gross part is then that David's daughter's like, oh, yeah, I think Dad would really like that. And then they're like, I think it'll help him find it. And then Aspen's like, he can find it just fine. And Christine's like, oh, yeah, he can find it.
Don't worry, he's already found it.
He has found it.
Yeah,
so
it was a
uncomfortable.
lot.
It was so uncomfortable. Like, I'm just like, please stop.
We all know you're boning.
I don't. Yeah, she loves boning.
We love boning.
I love boning. I love a vagina dress. Oh, it
Mhm.
looks so good.
She wants an off the shoulder, deep plunge,
Yes.
beautiful boning, mermaid all the way down. What'd she call it?
Fishtail.
Continuous mermaid.
Oh, I want a fishtail. I imagine her to say that because she also, when they go to the cake,
No veil. She doesn't like a veil.
they go to the cake testing,
Mhm.
not tasting.
Okay.
It just, I don't know why, but it annoyed me. It's a cake tasting, not a cake testing, and it just got under my skin.
Okay.
So I wouldn't be shocked if she called it a fishtail. I really like that fishtail.
Continuous fishtail.
Continuous fishtail. That's like really, I like that. Mhm.
She liked mermaid because it's mermaid.
So poor Destry and Paula, they're immediate. Like, we don't have time to go to Anthropologie and get any more shirts. We got to focus. We got to get this dress done in 45 days.
We are sewing day and night. I know it didn't fit perfectly.
And let me say something.
Now, okay, I'll back off that it didn't fit right.
Yeah,
They didn't have a lot of time
They-
to tailor
they
it.
couldn't alter it one time. I will say this, though. Had this been Kylie, it would have been seamless. Kylie knows how to put a dress together at celebrations.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
And apologies. I know that someone who
Kylie
listens...
was just a sales girl. These girls own this.
Kylie is a legend in this town. Don't ever come for
Okay.
Kylie.
All right.
And I apologies because I know one of you is friends with Kylie.
Mhm. Great girl.
Great girl. Love
Yeah.
her. And
I don't think she's in the biz anymore.
I think she left.
Yeah.
She's a mom now.
Mhm.
But I want to name one of my daughters after her.
Kylie.
Kylie. That's good. Oh my God. Let's go over to Robyn's house where we're going to have a church talk with Brianna. Like figure out what kind of church I want to go to.
I don't know what it is, but the way that Robyn says Brianna's name,
Yeah.
I'm like, if I was named Brianna,
Yeah.
I don't know. She's just, it's so annoying.
long A?
It's annoying how she says it. I'm just like, I don't like how you
Brianna.
say that.
Here's what I don't understand. At this point, Awoa's 21. Brianna is 19. And to
Why do
have
we
it-
need permission?
Not even that. Not even that yet. We'll get there.
Okay.
But for Robyn to say, thanks, Brianna, for washing your dishes. You're 19, bitch.
That
You're gonna
tracks.
fucking wash your dishes.
That tracks so much.
And she's like,
though.
you're welcome. Like, what? What? Thank you for
You've been
washing
doing pretty
your
good on your
dishes?
chore chart.
I thank
Brianna.
you for finishing your chart. I really appreciate that. You're gonna get a gold sticker today. You're gonna get a gold sticker.
Good job, honey.
Oh.
I'm glad you're learning how to wash dishes.
I'm like, are you? What the fuck is going on in this home?
After watching this, I'm like,
The mold is
I
molding.
don't feel bad for them, but I'm like, are they trapped?
When,
are they locking them away?
When we finally decide that we are going to go church shopping.
Because they love to shop.
Love to shop.
Mom, you know we love to shop.
And Brianna's like, I'm really excited. We're going to see people.
We're going to get fresh air.
We're going to talk to people. Like, I can't wait. Oh, God. I felt like that's probably how JC Dugard felt when she got out of that house.
I know. I was like, is there something like sinister going on?
That is how Elizabeth
Are we
Smart
locking
felt.
them in those rooms?
Something's going on.
They
this is not
I know
right.
they go to college, but like, why are...
Do they go in person or do it online?
Maybe online.
You know?
This doesn't seem like they got out.
No.
And why are we asking permission to go to a church when we're adults? We don't need mom and dad's permission to go to a church. We can go if we want to go.
We can drive. You're not asking to go to a sex club, which Awoa is old enough to go to.
And she wouldn't have to ask.
She wouldn't have to ask. She could just go. She's a big girly.
We're going to
church.
But
we're asking about, hey, mom, you think like we could like check out a church or something? What the fuck?
Oh, I was like, what's happening here?
This is
weird.
And again, if you
and
go
for
back
Cody to be
time,
like, I'm not sure about it. I'm like, well, they can do what they want to do.
Go back in time when Aurora was so fucking annoying, but she had life in her. Brianna would smile, you know, and I really do feel like there is mold in this house that is killing them.
There's something.
Something is wrong. Not right. Like they are just off their fucking rockers.
There's something just like not.
Aurora's crunchy curls made me mad. Like, get out of here with your fucking crunchy
She
curls.
did used to have life. Like, she was annoying, but remember, she was always like first to run up and hug everybody, first to sit on Cody's lap.
We
just
used to watch her slug up those stairs for this great talk she's gonna have. Like, they all seem like they're abusing Xanax or something.
That, or like they're like missing like a important vitamin, you know, like they're low on, they've got vitamin anemia D. Or something. I don't know.
Yes, very anemic.
Yes, like they're lethargic.
Their amino acids are down.
They have no
depleted.
Energy
They're depleted of everything.
I feel like we need to get them something. Again, energy drinks, a Monster.
I think it's the mold.
Maybe. What if they move and they have life again? That'd be weird.
People said though that like the mold exposure, like it's gonna be with you forever.
Okay, well,
so they're always gonna be this way. They're just gonna get more and more.
Well, whoever bought that house, you should be careful.
Yeah. They paid over asking for it.
Maybe take it down to the studs.
Yeah. Let's start it fresh. So, you know, Brianna's like, I really just miss having like a community and stuff. And
like,
I don't
now
know
that we like go to college and are like thinking about our careers, like I want to meet a guy who like has the same values as me.
But she's in a lot of pain when she's talking.
Yeah.
Like maybe she's the one who had the hemorrhoid wipes. I don't know, but she's just like, and I was thinking like, oh God, I'm gonna shit right here, right now. Like that's the face I make when I've shit my pants.
Yeah, it was.
Why are you so uncomfortable?
Also, when she said our careers, I'm like, what is she gonna do with her life?
Nothing.
All I could think is like, what are both of these two gonna do with their lives?
They're probably gonna get a job working for the Lux and Whimsy. Here's the thing: they would never even open their own Etsy shop. They're gonna work for someone else's
Etsy shop.
They would never start it. They're gonna get a job with Carol.
Okay,
working for Carol, but they're like they have no gumption to even start their own business.
You're right.
You know,
they're like, it's too scary.
Yeah,
it's too scary to do my own thing. What if I get what if like someone doesn't like it?
Oh well, God, I can't do else. And then Robyn would be after all their customers. Do not say my daughter's messed up your junk journal.
I helped them make it and I took it to the post office to ship it.
She would be their number one fucking employee, you know? So I'm like, you miss a community, AKA you miss being at a church where you have forced friends.
Yeah, that's the thing. They don't have any friends. And that's when Robyn's like, okay, how about maybe meeting some girlfriends?
Girlfriends?
You guys don't have any friends.
Oh, God.
You don't need to meet a boy. I'm like, they are adults now, Robyn.
Yeah.
They can have a boyfriend. They can go to church without asking it.
They could both get legally fingered and nothing you can do about it.
They could get married right now.
They could get married. They could have a child.
Yeah.
Do you know? Imagine the pregnancy scare that would be, you know?
Well, they'd be so nervous the whole time. Robyn would have to take care of them the whole time.
Oh, my God.
And then Robyn, that's probably why they had to get a bigger house. Just in case they have grandchildren, they have to keep them there.
At 21, like what? You know, and I've not lived a life, you know, I've lived in suburbia my entire life and I've always been happy with that. I'm an old spirit. And at 21, I lived more life than these bitches.
They don't get house.
I don't think that if they asked, like, can we drive to the other side of Flagstaff? Not to Phoenix, not anything like that. Like, can we just drive to the other side?
Robyn's tracking them on Life 360.
I'm gonna come with you guys just in case you get lost.
She just tracks them for sure. She's like, "Did you make it there? Okay. Oh, good. I'm glad you made it to the pizza place. 3 minutes away.
3 minutes away. Yeah. Speaking of the pizza place, that's where Cody's taking Saul and Areola.
You think it's Fat Olives?
I don't know because I'm like,
was it Peter Piper, the pizza place?
Either way, you know what? That's more fitting because he could just ignore them.
Mm-hmm.
He's not interested.
He's gonna do his cameos from the parking lot. He's gonna drop them off inside.
Hey, Cody Brown here, parking lot of Peter Piper Pizza. Hey, what's going on, guys? Listen, I've got some advice for you.
It's like we had to get the tenders out of the house because we're going to talk about boyfriends and church.
Mom, I would like to talk to you about the C word. And Ariel's like, cunt? Coochie? Cooter? What are you guys talking about? I want to know. And they're like, church. And they're like, what the fuck? Areola is going to be their wild child.
Yeah, she is. And I hope she gives them a run for their money.
I hope so.
I hope she is in so much trouble.
I hope she gets sent home from school all the time for fighting. Boys. Not even girls.
Like, I hope she's taking people down.
I hope she's on the football team. Mm-hmm. She's not even like the kicker. Like she's their best lineman. Their best line woman. Linebacker. Is that a position?
Isn't it a linebacker? Yeah. I don't think you call it a lineman.
Oh. I think you call them linemen.
I don't know.
They're on the line.
Well, they're linebackers.
Okay. Well, she's a lineman, linebacker, line woman, whatever you call her. She's that. And I hope that she...
I know. I can't wait for her to just make them spiral, you know? Oh my gosh. Life. I love it.
Now, here's what I got a little tripped up for a minute, though, because Awoa was like, you know, since I took that Buddhism class in college, I've realized...
I was surprised they let her take that. You know, she had to approve her schedule.
Right?
Then. Yeah.
I looked it up. It was called Religion 261.
Okay.
That's what she was in.
We took world religions. I feel like it's similar.
Yeah, but the class
only
is literally
Buddhism.
called Buddhism.
Oh, okay.
It's only Buddhism.
Okay.
And so, like, since I took that class, I just kind of like felt like I would like, you know, like kind of like something like that in like my life or something, like, you know, spirituality or something. And they're like, okay. And then Brianna's like, I would love to get fingered. And she's like, you can't go to church because you want a boyfriend. Okay. Do the spirituality.
She's like, I want to go to a Christian church. And Robyn being like, they don't have any of our churches here. And
they don't have your church anywhere anymore.
It's gone.
No one is. You guys got that AUB shut
Aurora,
the fuck down.
This was 1 point for Aurora, though. She's like, I'm not interested in that.
And then she's like, okay, Brianna, what about you? She's like, God, my hemorrhoids are really throbbing. I'm conflicted about it. And then Cody says something that I am probably misinterpreting, but I'm going to believe it to be true.
Okay.
Because he sits there and he's like, none of my kids are ever going to live polygamy. The only ones I could see is like maybe my daughters, aka Brianna and Awoa.
Exactly.
Finding a married man and ruining his marriage. I could see them doing that. That's what their mama does. You know, I'm like, that's what
I know. He's like, unless they wanted to marry a married man. And I was like, that sounds so wrong.
Because, well, that's the... well, you said they weren't going to live polygamy, but you could see them doing this, aka finding a married man, ruining his marriage, and then moving in. They learned from the best.
Learn from the best of them.
Yep.
Married men are easy.
Their mom's so good at she did it 3 times over. Hell yeah. She took down 3
He's like,
wives.
and my boys, nah, they're not going to do that. They don't want to do. Yep. I'm like, you don't even know because you don't talk to them.
Yeah. None of your boys have. Yeah. What? Solomon? He's going to have brother husbands. Okay. Like, sorry. Like, that's your only boy. I'm sorry. You don't have any other boys. They don't talk to you. They don't fucking like you. Peyton's like, Dad, I'll do polygamy.
If you talk to me,
Dad, I'll do polygamy. I have so many.
I'll find
emo
a bunch
girls.
of sad emo girls, and
I'll
they can
find
all
a
live
bunch of
together.
girls with daddy issues, and I'll bring them together, and we can get married. We'll start a cult, whatever. I'll have lots of lube. Just talk to me, Dad.
I'm in Twin Flames University.
Oh, I could totally see Peyton being in Twin Flames University.
He's like a prime target.
And then Robyn's like, you know, my girls do have old-fashioned values, and I'm like, they don't have old-fashioned values. They're dorks. They're losers.
Old-fashioned values, as in they want to like just get married young. That's not really an old-fashioned value.
Honestly, I see Awoa growing up to be a nun.
Yeah,
I don't see her ever being tempted that way.
Supposedly, she has a boyfriend.
I think that's a cover.
You think?
I think she likes to say she has a boyfriend so people leave her alone, but she's honestly married to God. She's married to Father Lord.
She's like Lydia.
She's
Plath.
like Lydia Plath. Yeah, she's like. There's one man
who
in
also
my life
has a boyfriend, but
who I love more than anyone, and that is our Father in heaven, our Lord and Savior. That's my boyfriend. Yeah.
Yeah.
One day I want to be married to the Father. No, not Cody. My Father in heaven, Jesus. But I was just like, and now we know they're in the church band worship group or whatever.
I know.
Again, forced friends.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I know that
forced activity.
They don't get to go to any of the extracurriculars.
Probably not.
No. Robyn's like, I need you guys home.
I'm honestly surprised they let them drive. You know?
We don't know that.
We do.
But do we?
Mm-hmm.
I think Robyn. Well, here's the thing too. Robyn's like, yeah, okay. Well, Cody, if you're not going to make a move on this, then I'll be going with them to do the church shopping. I'm like, she's driving them to the churches. She's going in with them. She's probably setting up a meeting. She's like, hey, these are my daughters.
She's got to make sure there's no sharks there.
This is my daughters, and I'd really like
Why can't they just go on their own and see if they like it?
It's church.
Yeah.
Caitlin.
They're going to be okay.
Well, you know what? Maybe because they are so fucking stupid, they would end up in a cult.
But Robyn wouldn't know any different.
True. Yeah. It's so crazy. Like, we are talking about church. And also, mind you, TLC asked us, do we want to see this storyline? And we said no. Everyone said no. And they're like, awesome. We're not fucking listening to you. Here you go, bitches.
You get to find a church with Aurora and Breanna.
Thanks for listening to the customer feedback.
Yeah.
Golly.
Hopefully that just means we won't have to hear it for 4 seasons.
Oh my, it's so pathetic. It is just. Oh, also, guys, there's probably a new storyline coming our way. So after Janelle, I think in season 23, she's going to be doing the Yeti storyline. She's going to get a second Yeti, possibly. Okay. We'll see. It's a cliffhanger. I think season 26 or 27, she's now contemplating buying a touchless pancake maker.
To add to the appliances on the
counter.
Yes,
she saw it at a hotel and she is infatuated.
She's probably got to have it.
Yeah, so I think let's get through the Yeti situation first because that's
she's got to clear a spot, though. Maybe the pizza pizzazz has to go.
Oh, not that pizza pizzazz. Oh my goodness.
We need room. The touchless pancake maker was pretty big.
This is such a pathetic, sad life that these girls live.
I'm just like, they're locked up, right? Like, yes. What's wrong? Why are they keeping them home? Why are they scared of the world? And they also live in like small town Flagstaff.
Yeah.
It's not like we're living in the big city of New York.
No.
And we're scared that they're not going to like make it to and from their destination.
I feel like when Awoa's like, hey, mom, my friends and I are going to go to Snow Bowl. Can I go? Which is right down the street from their house. She's like, you need to take Brianna with you.
Probably.
Yeah.
And your gizmo.
And your
gadget or whatever.
She has a gizmo. Yeah. She doesn't have a phone.
No. She has just the one where you can just call a couple people.
And her Pinterest board that everyone looks at, she does that on the family computer. They have we saw it there in the living room.
And they check her history.
Yes.
When she's done.
Well, they have it on what's
safe
that?
mode, kid mode.
Yeah, like watchdog mode or whatever. You know, she doesn't even get to go to Yahoo. She has to go to Yahoo Liggins, you know? That's where she's at.
Probably.
And one of her favorite websites actually got blocked recently because she had Neopets. But then they introduced a queer character and she had to get out of there. She's like, whoa, I can't be on Neopets anymore.
Is that a real thing?
No, but Bluey introduced a queer character and now they're all up in flames.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's similar. Which is so sad because Awoa's favorite show is Bluey.
No, she's still watching like Gula Gula Island.
Gula Gula Island. Gula Gula Island.
She's way back. Yeah. She's only watching old stuff.
She watches Little House on the Prairie.
That is what she watches. Lassie.
Yes. Lassie.
Yeah.
The Andy Griffith Show.
Yeah. She's only the black and white.
She's still though, like she's on the edge of her seat trying to figure out
I Love Lucy.
Does Kelly Clarkson win American Idol or not? Like she watches VHSs of old
American
shows.
Idols.
Yes. But Robyn has gone through and gotten rid of all the commercials because she doesn't want to see, there's some tainted stuff out there. Gargles. Yeah. Sorry, that's from Wife Swap, but a good opportunity. You mentioned this earlier, but yeah, we do get new pictures of Robyn. One is like a baby, and then one like preteen. I feel like, for a church festival or something.
It was just weird that we just all of a sudden got these. I'm like, where did these come from? Yeah. Robyn was cleaning out the house when she was moving.
Does anybody who works with like pain management, can they diagnose Brianna? I just wanted to know, like, does she have a fissure? Does she have an anal fissure? Like, she just was very.
I think she gets the faces from her mama.
It's just like, I was kind of thinking about maybe getting fingered by a Christian boy or something, kind of like that.
No. She's just saving everything for the wedding day. Kisses and all. She's only going to side hug. They're like Duggar style.
Here's the thing. I'm waiting for it to come out that like, you know, paparazzi finds Brianna out with like a cameraman from the show.
A bad boy.
And they get caught in like the car naked.
Now
something.
that would be a storyline I'm interested in.
Right?
You know?
TLC, if you're looking for storyline, let's
she
set
plays
one up.
the like shy or like just homebody girl, but then she leaves and she's like a wild child.
Yeah.
She's like stripping at the local strip club.
Yes. We find out that Brianna's actually a stripper.
She's at like bunch of like high school frat parties. I mean, college frat parties.
Yeah, it's called like Bush Tails or something. Flagstaff, it's kind of furry there, you know? So she dances at Bush Tails a couple nights a week. And then what happens is Cody goes on a guy's night, no debauchery, but then he ends up at Bush Tails and he sees Brianna, and then that's where the storyline explodes. And cameras catch all of it.
I'd love it.
You know?
I'm here
She's
for
out
it.
back smoking a cigarette. But mind you, Awoa is not.
No.
Awoa's still like she's still cleaning her earring holes every night.
I gotta get home and get my solution.
I gotta get my solution on my ears, and then I gotta
don't want an
spend
infection.
20 minutes or 20 hours crunchy curling my hair.
And I have flowers to dry out.
The side part that she's sporting is like
They're living in like if you were to just look at them, you'd think like this is 10 years ago, but it's not.
I feel like okay. First of all, their TVs all have parental controls, so she can go to Disney Plus, but even some of that she can't. You know. And it's like she doesn't ever see commercials for the real world.
No.
She's not on TikTok.
I think she's honestly kept in the basement. She's like girl in the basement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Girl in the basement. Gotta get her out.
It's really sad.
That's depressing.
All right,
But
let's go to the cake. Let's go to the cake testing.
All right, let's bring it up a little bit. So Christine and David are gonna do some cake testing, not tasting. Now, I thought that we were at a bakery called Azalea. But that's a wedding venue. I Googled this.
You Googled everything. I wish we were at Flower Girls and Doughboys.
Flower Girls, yes. Flower Boys and Dough Girls. My favorite place. But
I miss that place.
Actual cakes came from Little Farm Cakes, Utah. Okay, now they are run by a woman. The owner is Ashley Maxim.
Was that who was there with them?
That was who was in the all pink dress with the bad spray tan.
Okay.
And when she introduced the cake, she's like, we have several cakes set up for you today. We have German chocolate, red velvet, white chocolate with cherry marble. We have almond vanilla and carrot cake. Like, Ashley, we can read the signs. I'd rather read the sign than have you tell me.
Have some more presentation.
I went to her Instagram, and she is one of those, like, there is nothing behind the eyes.
That's why she's making cakes, because she can do it at home by herself and doesn't have to talk to people.
Yes, but she posts like pictures, a lot of pictures of her, and she always has a spray tan going. And yeah, I just like
she loves a dirty background.
I'm so excited to do these cakes for you, Christine. It is going to be a really beautiful wedding.
Did she make all those big cakes just for them to taste it?
Well, I don't know, because there's
like, this
also
is a waste.
There was that woman who came out and served the cakes in the kilt. And I was like, was she back there baking them? And why are we at a wedding venue?
And they didn't take from the big cakes. So were those fake or like?
Probably.
I don't know. It just seemed like wasteful.
Yeah. Well,
right?
Caitlin, when you go, guys, go give them a follow on Instagram. Little Farm Cakes Utah -florals.
Okay.
They're now.
Oh, they also do florals?
I'm guessing it's new.
Okay.
But their bio says, as seen on People Magazine and TLC.
Okay. They got that in there quick.
Yes. Now, that's not like, you know, we've been on, you know, it's just.
Sister Wives.
Yeah. They weren't featured, but they.
And people as in Christine's wedding.
Yes.
When it was
featured. No, the entire thing was Christine's wedding.
Okay.
Yeah.
They wanted that in their bio.
Yep.
Quickly. Okay. Oh, I guess maybe the wedding special. Maybe that's when they added it.
Yeah, like I love so much that we got our cakes on People Magazine. If I ever had to have a conversation with this woman, take me out. I don't want to do it. She is just so incredibly annoying. So Christine has decided, much like Maddie with the Bohemian Gypsy wedding, she wants to do a naked cake.
Naked cake. She remembered it since Maddie's wedding, and she's like, I gotta have that. And no fondant. She has something against fondant. She really does not want it.
I know why.
Why? Cody and Robyn like fondant.
Cody and Robyn's wedding cake. I went back and looked this up too, because there's nothing happening in this episode.
Was that the tree cake?
No. Okay. Their wedding cake was 3-tiered fondant white fondant.
She's like, no way.
I don't want that.
I don't want 3-tiered and I don't want fondant.
I want naked. And David's like, hey, you say naked cake?
Someone's going to hold a cake while they're naked?
I never heard of a naked cake before. You know, what's that going to be up there?
Like, I thought maybe someone was going to pop out of a cake naked. And Christine's like, I'll do that later, baby.
I'll do that later. I'll do it right now, actually. Kids, get out of here. We got azaleas to ourselves. Ashley, we need you to get out of here. I also imagine Ashley walks very slow.
Why?
Just because, like, she's running on Internet
slow.
Explorer. You know, she's just like, okay, hi,
Carrot
Christine. Do you like the carrot cake? Good God.
Poor Ashley.
Poor Ashley. But you know what? I'm glad her biz is doing well since she was featured in People Magazine and TLC.
It's probably blown up.
Yeah.
Naked Cake said the thing.
Oh, yeah.
No one else does them.
The amount of times, and it is very much so how I feel about tile wood.
Mm-hmm.
Christine, you know, people are like, you're never going to guess.
It's tile, but it looks like wood.
It's actually ceramic. I know, right? You can see the 3-inch grout lines. It's crazy because it looks just like tile.
Like, naked Cake, you never heard of it? It has frosting, but it's not overpowering, and there's no fondant.
Well, and then David's like, you know, your frosting a little sweet for me.
That's why we're doing the naked.
We're doing naked, David, for that reason. Yeah, naked cake. And he's like, why do they just call it a bear cake? And she's like, bear cake is no frosting at all. And he's like, and put a little lingerie on it. And she's like, a lingerie cake. That's exactly what we're getting, David. You're so funny.
He was like, even better. And I was like, oh, now I know Christine wears a lot of lingerie for him.
Christine has bought
She never had it before.
Much crotchless lingerie from Amazon.
She's on Shein.
No, she's on Amazon. She's like, 2-day delivery. I'll get this. It's just, and it
she
comes
has
in those,
so much now. It's like, okay, enough. You don't need to wear it every night.
And what's so unfortunate is so often they send it just in the clear bag. And so Truly comes home. She's like, oh, great. Mom's got another one.
Another crotchless panty for mom.
Now we get in this conversation with David and they're like, David, are you going to do a groom's cake? He's like, I don't know about that. And McKelly's like, I think you should do some tits. And Christine's like, whoa, I've already been jealous long enough. And Truly's like, you should do my mom's tits. That'd be cool. Yeah, I think you should do my mom's
like,
tits.
You could do an exact replica. You know, you could like take a mold of it.
Mom got her tits done. I think you should do it.
And they were like, Truly, over the line again.
That is my whole childhood.
I know.
All my childhood was being told that I got too far over the line. She
constantly is. They're like, Truly. Okay, come on, stop.
And fucking Evelyn's sitting over there like, what'd she say? Did she say tits?
No, Evelyn.
No, Evelyn. Sorry. They're just being silly.
Eat your carrot cake. Take your dentures out.
Take your dentures out and mush on that carrot cake, Evelyn. She's like, Kristen, this is very good. I like
David, who's this?
This carrot cake sir is good, Kristen. Are you going to do this at your wedding?
Let Evelyn be.
Oh, fuck. Poor Evelyn.
I think stand by Evelyn. Evelyn's cool.
Stop calling her Evelyn. She's not Avalon's grandma. Goodness.
I love Avalon.
Evelyn.
Evelyn.
Yeah.
She is a great 93-year-old.
She is killing it at life.
Right?
You know?
Yeah.
She's a whippersnapper.
She is. She's feisty.
She's feisty.
Yeah, she is.
Teeth in or teeth out. Don't matter. Don't stop
She'll
her.
Get you.
She's going to get that carrot
cake. She's going to be
no
down on the
way.
dance floor at their wedding. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I saw her at the wedding.
Chrissy, I think you look beautiful today. I love your transition lenses. Those are beautiful, Chrissy.
They ate a lot of cake.
And then this is your daughter, Trudy, right? Is that Trudy? And she's like, close enough, you know?
You know, Evelyn was like, what's up with your hair?
Oh, yeah. Well,
why are you doing that?
No, she is professional.
Oh, you think?
Afterwards, she went to David and was like, that little feller with the purple hair, what's that about? And he's like, first of all, that's her daughter. Her name's Truly, and we just don't ask. We just don't ask. Yeah. The all purple, it's a lot. Also, when they were walking into this venue, everyone was walking like they were a zombie. They were all very slow because they were about to meet Ashley. They were about to meet Ashley, and they're like, guys, we just got to kind of like slowly.
They saw her walk in first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Christine. I'm so excited today. Okay, today. Good Gugamunga. I you know, it's so funny because it's like Hillary, Ashley, what was the other one's name?
Andrea.
Andrea. I get so irritated by these people. It's just like I don't even.
Did Ashley spell her name weird?
No.
Okay.
But I just get irritated by these side characters, and it's all I can focus on.
Never forget Anya.
Justice for Anya. The amount of rage that I had for Anya Gerlant at what's it? Tufts University.
If you don't know what we're talking about, you got to go back.
Oh God, that was a lot. Now, no one addresses the woman in the kilt. Why is she in a kilt? And I was like, Aspen, I'm in shock. She didn't say like, oh, my husband wore a kilt at our wedding.
I don't know. Maybe the wedding venue's Irish.
I was just like, why is this woman in a kilt? And she's serving up the
uniform.
Yeah. And then McKelly's like, Mom, rate it like from 1 to 10. Okay. She's like, I can't do that. McKelly, I need to try all of the cakes first, and then I will make a decision. But I do know that I would like a bear cake.
Naked cake.
A lingerie cake. I would love to have a lingerie cake.
She's like, I can't decide. I like them all so much. And then David's like, why don't we just get 3? And she's like, David's so easy.
David is honestly
he's so cool.
Christine
Cody would have made me choose.
Christine is one of those women. This is not you. Who always is like, oh, he's so smart. He is so smart. Like, honestly, he's probably one of the smartest guys I know. And he's like, yeah, we just do 3 cakes, live it up. And she's like, oh my God, David, that is so genius.
How did you think of that, David?
How did you?
She's always gassing him up.
Oh yeah.
That's why he puts out a lot.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah. It's like, women, please don't do that. Your husband's dumbass. Okay. Let him know that. No one needs to gas up their husband.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
No.
You're so smart.
Please. We know that's not
You're
true.
so smart that you thought we could just have 3 different cakes. Because we're going to have 1 million people at the wedding.
You're going to need probably more than 3.
For all 587, we need more than 1 cake.
That reminds me. For, I don't know what holiday it was, but Ashley of the Utah, whatever the cakes are called.
The
farmhouse cake cutters, florals, whatever it's called. She made like 300 pies.
What?
And put them in the back of her van. And like,
I'm guessing
people came and picked them up. Maybe.
Wow.
And I was just like,
girl knows how to work.
She had to have started 2 years before making those pies.
She's fast in the kitchen.
I guess so. I mean, she's like, I just really come to life.
She's tired. She's up all night baking.
I come to life in the kitchen. Yeah. So yeah, David just makes life so easy. He's so smart.
Instead of doing a 3-tiered cake, we're gonna do 3 different cakes, all different flavors.
Oh my God.
We're gonna get the carrot. We're gonna get the almond. And we're going to get the German chocolate.
I decided because nothing was happening in this episode, I decided to go back and watch the cake tasting we did for Robyn's wedding.
Yeah.
And
when Cody's like,
oh yeah, I'm cool.
Dancing.
I'm cool. I'm so fucking cool. And mind you, we see in that scene, which it's kind of fun to go back to because Robyn was a little feisty because
she was.
Christine's like, oh, of course you sided with Cody on what he wanted. And Meri's like, yeah, you didn't. She's like, I just picked the one I liked. I didn't know. I had my eyes freaking closed.
It's bull crap.
Bull crap. I'm getting whiplash, Cody. We don't make any sense, but that's okay. But in that, they also had the vanilla almond. And Meri said, if she had a last choice, she wouldn't even pick the vanilla almond.
And that was what Christine picked at the time. She picked that. That's what she raised her hand for at Cody and Robyn.
She didn't get it.
She's picking it again.
She's like, finally, I'm going to get my fucking vanilla almond. And she probably doesn't even like it.
No, but she was just like, fuck you, Meri.
Fuck you, Meri.
Cody and
You're
Robyn.
not coming.
I'm having vanilla almond.
No one's getting vanilla almond at this
because my hot husband's let me get 3 cakes.
My super hot, sexy, muscular, smart husband has decided that we're having 3 cakes.
He doesn't make me on a budget.
Nope.
I get what I want.
Whatever princess wants, she gets. Okay, he's like, yeah, I love my princess and be happy.
Because we're getting it all for free.
Getting it all paid for. Thank you, little cupcake house of horrors, or whatever the fuck your business is called.
Farmhouse something.
Little farm
cakes.
Goodness, I'm never gonna remember that. Overall, this is really much so a filler episode, with the exception of the Meri, Lori. Wait, what was her name?
The Meri therapy session.
What was the
Hillary,
Andrea. Yeah. Other than that, it was a stupid episode.
makes me feel like we're in the past.
And again, like
where we're like, what could we shove into like an hour episode?
Yeah. Well,
a couple different things.
I've kind of been thinking, Mom, like, oh, well, if I meet a guy at like church or something.
Are we going to have to see them go to churches?
Yes.
Like, is that what we're seeing next?
Yes.
Okay.
And again, Robyn's going to be holding their hands as they walk into the church. And she's like,
do you have a daycare?
Yeah, I'm looking for the daycare runner. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking.
I'm going to drop my daughters off at the daycare. They're like,
no, they're going on a day when it's closed. They're going to meet the head pastor or whatever.
Pasture.
They're going to meet the head pasture, as Tamara Judge says. And she's going to be like, what sort of safety do you guys have set up here? Because,
we're a celebrity family.
My girls, they've got their gizmos. But I'm curious.
Also, are you guys going to like exile us because I used to be a polygamist?
Yeah, I don't know if you guys know this, but my family, we were polygamists.
Also, if my husband happens to come, is everyone going to stare at him? Because he doesn't like everyone to stare. He's just a normal guy, even though he's on TV. And
also, here is a list, and she pulls out a scroll. These are things that the girls are allergic to. If you could just please make sure they don't have any of these. But I did in their backpacks.
Nut-free facility.
In their backpacks, I did pack their EpiPens in case anything happens. But if they do, please call 911. It's an emergency.
She would have the girls like carry EpiPens, even though they're not allergic to anything.
Yes,
just in case.
Because
I feel like
they're allergic to stuff like daffodil seed. And they're like, you never know when you might come into daffodil seed.
I kind of feel like she's like Munchausen by proxy a bit.
In a different way.
Like they're not sick all the time, but like she doesn't want them out in the real world.
They're Gypsy Rose
like
minus
boy.
the illness.
Yes.
Like still the child, you know, that they're still that, but they're not as sick. Yeah. But I think that Awoa does love herself an ankle brace, knee brace.
Oh, yeah.
All the above. Wrist brace.
Of course.
All the above.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
she loves the attention.
Well, guys, if anyone sees Brianna at Bushtails, let us know. We're going to try and get cameras up on that situation.
I hope at least if we have to go to the churches, I hope that we continue the storyline long enough to see them in the band where we can get another musical performance from Awoa and the Pussycats.
Yes.
Yeah.
Brianna,
it's like if you're gonna put us through shopping for churches, you gotta.
Brianna's the singer, right?
Yeah.
Awoa does guitar.
She sings too, but she's guitar mostly, I think. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't know Brianna was the main singer.
It's so crazy because like in the pictures and videos that we've seen, it is like you would think that if you turn the sound off, you would think that she is singing Whitney Houston or Celine Dion. But instead, it's like the faces and the intensity behind it is so much. But then it's just like, Lord, you're my savior. I wish you were here with me because my sister Aurora.
I think that's kind of a lot for what was happening.
Okay. Well, it is what it is.
All right.
Guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, go and leave us a 5-star review on wherever you can leave a review, honestly.
If you're on Spotify, take the poll.
Leave comments. But whoever left the comment last week, you guys are like really mean. Yeah, no shit, idiot. You're stupid. And I'm going to be mean to you because that's the whole point of the show, dumbass.
Well, just don't listen if you don't want to be mean. We're here to make fun of the show.
What did you think the show was
We're not
gonna
here
be?
to give
when you
great
heard the
notes about
intro
the
and
show.
it said the sinking ship, that is Sister Wives. Like you thought, oh, these people are going to be really great about getting the information out there.
I'm so happy Aurora and Brianna are going to find a community for church.
Don't you guys just feel so happy that Brianna is going to finally find a gentleman with her old-fashioned values? Next week, I hope that we tune in to see the girls churning butter. Fucking idiots. This show is so stupid. I love it. I love it.
It's the best.
Guys, if you don't think that we're mean enough, then we can prove that to you by going over to patreon.com/sisterwivestalk, where we do this kind of shit 5 days a week, but it's even worse.
It's even better.
Tippy top tier, which is $15 a month. Don't join it if you have any sort of qualms, but we are now doing adults adopting adults. We
found it on the dark web.
We found it on the dark web. So that's good. Other than that, we'll be back next week. You can find us on YouTube, Instagram at Shy Talk Pod.
What was the preview for next week?
It's the engagement party.
Okay.
And Peyton's like, oh, she got engaged, 5 seconds ago? She met him 10 seconds ago. Peyton
Hilarious.
thinks he's so funny.
Comedian.
I would not be shocked that if we went into wherever Peyton lives, finding him at an open mic comedy night.
You're right.
I'm not even guessing. I know it to be true at this point.
He loves it.
All right, guys. Only say nice things about us, please. We can't handle it. I'm way too sensitive. But Wellbutrin is Wellbutrining, but sometimes it's a little hard for me. So I want to be a hypocrite. Don't say anything that I would say about other people. If you're going to talk about me, keep it behind my back.
We're just talking about people who are on a TV show.
Right. And we're on a YouTube show and a podcast.
That's very different. We're real people. They're not.
Yes, please. Only say nice things.
That's what we're going for.
Splish splash. We're all trash.
Goodbye.